Hey, kia ora whānau, you're here with me, the maoriwargamer, and today we'll be playing a Warhammer 40K battle report. Sure. Alright, welcome whānau to this 100 power level battle between the Space Wolves and the Dark Angels, the Ithaca Crusade, the Ithaca Alliance, against the combined forces of the Death Guard and the Crimson Slaughter, the Crimson Swarm, if you will. So whānau, this is the 8th final mission of the 8th campaign that I've brought you, 8 times 324 missions. The channel's growing and growing, appreciate that. So my little treat to you guys, a big power, a bigger battle, bigger than you've seen on the channel so far. 100 power level of Imperium and Chaos forces for a delicious treat. Now, as we'll discuss them, pretty much the mission is simple. Just going to throw our units at each other. First one to lose all their guys by the end of turn 5 wins. Or victory points, if you will. So yeah, that's it. No tricks or tactics or little special maneuvers to get extra points. It's just Marine against Marine, mate against mate, and state against state there, whānau. You don't want to miss this action. And yeah, here we are on the fiery world of Ignis, fiery volcanic death world, with the forces all arrayed out against them. As you know, if you've been following, or just a quick recap roughly, the Chaos forces sprung an ambush on the Dark Angels. Dark Angels managed to hold out, and then thankfully the Space Wolves arrived in time to help out their mates. You know, they're not the best of friends. They've got a rivalry between each other, and now we've got to put all that aside and work together. We've got the speed and maneuverability of the Raven Wing combined with the ferocity and primal rage of the Thunderwolf cavalry. We're going to see some delicious combinations on the field. Stormfang gunship, mighty powerful gunship, and the lightning quick smaller built Nephilim jet fighter. So we're going to see some delicious combinations and tactics there, whānau, that you don't want to miss out on as we come to the end of another beautiful campaign, and the end of season 2 of my battle reports. So Dark Angels will be taking out turn number 1, so we'll go into that, but first we'll take a closer look at the armies that we'll be playing with today. And leading the forces of the Imperium for the Ithaca Crusade, we've got a Dark Angels Company Master, Master Balthasar, with a Combi Plasma and a Power Sword, a Heaven Foreblade, and a Wolf Priest with a Bolt Gun and a Crozius. A 5-man tactical squad with a las cannon and a sergeant with a plasma pistol and a chainsword. A 2-man company veteran squad, one there with the plasma gun and a sergeant with a power fist and bolt gun. 5-man Wolfen squad, masterfully painted. We've got Frost Claws, Thunderhammers, Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and Wolfen Claws. A 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad with Storm Bolters, Chain Fist, Power Fists, sergeant with a power sword and a Cyclone missile launcher. 3-man Ravenwing Black Knight squad with plasma talons on the bikes, power sword on the sergeant, a grenade launcher. A Ravenwing Land Speeder with the missile launchers on the side and a heavy bolter. 3-man Thunderwolf Cavalry squad. We've got 2 bolt pistol chainswords and a guy with a frost axe. A Nephilim jet fighter with rockets and I think that's an Avenger Gatling cannon. 2 bolters there. The mighty Stormfang gunship in all its glory. Storm Spear rocket pods, 2 twin multi-melters, and the Hellfrost Destructor. And a 5-man Longfang squads with an array of heavy weapons. Heavy bolter, multi-melter, plasma cannon, las cannon, missile launcher. So leading the armies of the Crimson Swarm, we have Chaos Lord Kranon the Relentless. He's armed with a power sword and a plasma pistol. We've got a Lord of Contagion, with a Man Reaper, and a Demon Prince with wings and I think they're Malefic Talons too. 5-man Blight Lord Terminator squad with combi bolters, plague swords and plague axes of some sort, and a plague spear here. A 5-man Chaos Terminator squad with combi weapons, combi bolters, and a Reaper autocannon. 2 5-man Chaos Space Marine squads. 1 5-man squad here with a plasma gun, sergeant with a power sword and bolt pistol. and Heavy Bolter here, Sergeant with a Power Maul. And 30 Chaos Cultists with auto guns, auto pistols, and weapons. A fitted bloat drone with 2 plague spitters. My fitted blight hauler with a multi-melter, rocket launcher, and bowl spirit. And that mouth right there. Chomp chomp. A plague burst crawler with a heavy stubber, 2 entropy cannons, and a plague burst mortar. A forged fiend with 2 Hades Reaper autocannons, I think. Right, finally, so end of the movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 1. Forgot to mention, but both getting 5 command points each. Haven't fitted out to any of the detachments, but kind of going for flavorful armies rather than any sort of army building themes. For that story, and you know, my house, my rules, so that's how we do things here. But I think it's just gonna work out better because they're all mixed attachments. So 5 command points each is just to let you know that fact. So what's happening? The Raven Wing racing up, high speed. The close combat oriented wolves are racing as well towards a particular target. Well, we've got a Demon Prince back there, pretty high target, and Mighty Forge Fiend with some Daka ready to unleash. So probably want to put him down quickly. Company vets of the 5th Company assigned to aid their battle brothers, moving up behind these shipping containers for yet unknown purposes. The Stormfang gunship rocketing forward, as has the Nephilim jet fighter, even higher here up on the industrial terrain on these rickety platforms. The Razorback, it's got the Company Master Balthasar in there with some 5 tacks, moving forward slowly. We've got a big blob of cultists here, as well as the Mighty Lord Kranon, hidden behind the Mythic White Hauler. And these long fangs here just going to provide some heavy fire from their watchful post. So that's the movement phase. We kick in to shooting. Alright, finally, an end of turn for the Imperium Alliance. Got some heavy firepower dropped from our big vehicles, even this guy here. Some demonic saves kept everyone alive though. Ended up bringing down the Blight Hauler, the Plague Burst Crawler down to 7 wounds remaining after some heavy fire, but some brilliant saves kept them in the game. Alright, finally, so end of the turn for the Imperium Alliance, Space Wolves and Dark Angels. Not a lot done as the opening shots to the battle go through. And 1 point of the Battle of Ignis. Took down this to 7 wounds from 12 from some heavy firepower from the gunship just behind that building. These Chaos Space Marines wiped down to just 1 man remaining, thanks to the Mega Bolter on the jet fighter. And then we also ended up losing the Blight Hauler thanks to some lucky shots from the Razorback, rolling out some massive damage rolls. Surprisingly, never been that good when I use them, so yeah, interesting. So that's 1 victory point to my opponent so far. We're going to go return fire as the Crimson Swarm, the Chaos Alliance, fights back in turn 1. Alright, fighters, so the Crimson Swarm, led by Kranon the Relentless, the Warlord here, guiding the cult, is moving forward along the fiery Death World of Ignis as the battle for the Ithaca system rages on. So far, Chaos and Imperium, 2 wins apiece in the system on different planets. So this one's going to kind of, this makes this an even bigger battle as we work to figure out what's going to happen. 2 big vehicles haven't moved, so they don't impose a -1 hit penalty. Thanks to the mobile units of the Imperium crossing the field, got us right into definite assault range next turn. And we've got the Demon Prince over here flying over, ready to chop things up. He's a Khorne Demon Prince, so no psychic abilities. This saves unnecessary turn, make things quicker for a bigger game if we want to be able to go home on time. And these guys are all in the building, so we're going to go straight into the shooting phase and see what damage we can do. Alright, finally, for end of the shooting phase for the Crimson Swarm, the Chaos Alliance. The cultists there took off 1 wound off the Razorback through sheer might of numbers. That was a nice little opening to the game. The mighty Stormfang gunship has been brought down to 5 wounds. Heavy retaliation provided by the Plagueburst Crawler, who was the unfortunate victim of the anger of that gunship. Ended up firing back, and look who's come out at top. 7 wounds left. That one's got 5 wounds, so you lost there, mate. Not a lot happening these ways. The auto hits from the Plague Spitters, but let's go down to 2 wounds. We use the Demon Forge stratagem from the Chaos Space Marine book, and absolutely obliterated the land speeder there. And now we're going to prepare to charge with the Demon Prince and this guy here. So we'll come back to you with that action. Alright, finally, so end of the Death Guard, Crimson Slaughter, the Chaos Alliance, turn 1. As we wrap up that combat, the Plague Bloke Drone suffered 1 wound from the wolves. They're still alive and kicking. The Demon Prince ended up taking down 2 bikers with his claws, with his malefic talons. Unbridled rage and the fury of a Demon Prince as he chops into the Raven Wing. So yeah, that is the opening stones thrown for the engagement on the Death World of Ignis. As the battle for Ithaca rages on there, whānau, we're going back into retaliation. We've got some forces in reserve, so we can expect to see them coming in and reinforcing the lines as we go into the Space Wolves Dark Angels turn 2. Alright, so in the movement phase for the Ithaca Crusade, the Imperium Alliance, the Company Master Balthasar and his tech squad have hopped out of the Razorback, getting behind the wall here. Jet fighters moved over to this way, getting ready to block these the cultists that are moving forward. Zooming across, gunship dropped into hover mode, and just floating back by here. Looks like he wants to finish off what was started. Deathwing Terminators, the elite veterans of the first company of Dark Angels, dropped in over here behind enemy lines, looking to do some damage. Oh, you still got the wolf in reserve, eh? Mm-hmm. Oh, he's keeping the wolf in till next turn. They'll have to come in, otherwise they're destroyed. Mm-hmm. Remember that roll? Remember how we figured that all out? What a dirty roll. And then we've got these guys here, still locked in combat. Going to pull them out at all?
Yeah, I'll pull them out.
Yeah, we're going to pull them out, and these guys running out of nowhere. So we'll go into the shooting phase and see what's going to happen. Alright, finally, so end of the shooting phase for the Ithaca Crusade. The Alliance here, not too good. We didn't do too much damage there. Managed to bring down the Forge Fiend down by 3 wounds, so that was something. Thanks to the timely arrival of the Terminators, they've managed to charge in successfully as well, but they lost a man in Overwatch fire. Zooming around, this guy's still alive. I think he suffered 1 more wound. This thing is on his last legs. Poor guy. I don't think he's going to live to see a turn 3. And all this heavy firepower. We've got the jet fighter, tank, tech squad, long fangs. All that heavy firepower directed into a sea of cultists. And ended up wiping all of it, lost 13 of them, which is a lucky number. But yeah, that is the kill count. Victory point wise, opponent's got 2, 3 for when this squad's gone. yeah, it's still pretty neck and neck, although I feel like I'm winning. The forces of chaos look like they might overcome the enemy. They've got 2 Deathwing squads in reserve, so 2 Terminator squads in reserve as well coming down. So it's going to change things up. We'll see what happens. All right, final and a quick assault phase there. The Terminators absolutely just punched, power fisted, chain fisted that Forge Fiend to death. I wouldn't expect anything less from the mighty veterans of the first company of the Dark Angels. They're furious. They're fighting for the Lion against these evil forces, and yeah, just delivered swift Emperor's justice to that Forge Fiend. R.I.P. That magnificent beast. But we're going into the Chaos turn on turn 2, so stay with me. Alright, finally, so turn 2, the Chaos Forces, movement phase. These guys move down, this guy's moving close to them, finish these guys off in that combat. The Demon Prince flew over these 2 Dark Angels guys, blocking them off, looking to engage them both in some close combat action. We've got the mighty Chaos Terminators dropping in to support Kranon the Relentless, whose cultist forces have disappeared, which is a shame. I was getting ready to use Tide of Traders and pull them back, but yeah, morale took them down. And look, there's his old nemesis from Dark Vengeance, Balthasar and Kranon. 2 mortal enemies have been fighting for years. And look, they've leading big armies across these battlefields now. All comes down to this conflict here. So we're going to go to shooting phase, see what happens. All right, in Chaos, vengeance is what they're calling out for. Slaughter, murder, all those kinds of evil stuff. Terminators dropped down, delivered some mighty blows and wiped out the tech squad that's been protecting Master Balthasar. Kranon took a shot into the Razorback there, brought it down with a supercharged plasma. And the way is clear for these 2 to duke it out on the fiery world of Ignis. If you remember, yeah, good to see these two bitter enemies go at it once again. Over on this side of the field, Chaos Dominant couldn't deliver the finishing blow, unfortunately. We brought this Gunfang, the Stormship, Stormfang, what is it called?
Stormfang Gunship.
Stormfang Gunship, Stormship Gunfang. Brought it down to 1 wound, so it's still alive, still chugging along, but I don't think it's going to be a threat anymore to our forces. These guys dropped off the building, managed to deal 1 wound to the mighty Terminators, but yeah, they're going to go charging next. Killed off a wolf, and yeah, nothing else happening over here. So let's get it done and dusted. So I've got some pokey hunting to do there, whānau. By the way, I'm also known as the Pokemon Bro. Check out my Pokemon Go videos. More cross, advertising. We're going into the assault phase. Yeah, we're going to chop these guys up, and get Kranon and Balthasar in for some 1-outs. Yeah, baby. Alright, final turn 2, Chaos turn. The fighting is thick and furious, fast and furious. Yeah, Fast and Furious 40K. Chaos cultists, Chaos Space Marines here charged into the Big Daddies and took out another one, but ended up getting punched to death. Probably not too wise to run into a guy wearing Terminator armor. Lost my plague drone to the wolves. Ended up taking out 1 wolf, but then yeah, that frost axis chopped them up, finished them off. Didn't explode. Over here, lost a veteran in combat, but the sergeant with the power fist ended up fisting off this demon prince, and we're just about to go into the big throwdown between Balthasar and Kranon, so we'll go straight into that for that live action goodness. two epic rivals face off on the fiery world of Ignis. Kranon, your evil has gone unchecked for too long. I am here to avenge my fallen master for what you did to us. Balthasar, you fool! I am infused with the power of the dark gods. You cannot hope to best me. My murder sword shall deliver mortal wounds upon you. You are mistaken, for I am of the Dark Angels, descended from Lion L. Johnson.
I shall not lose. My Heavenfall blade shall protect me. Ha ha ha. You will try.
Alright, fine. So if you enjoyed that little interlude there, just to hype up the battle for what's about to go down. So Kranon's rolling in first. He's got the murder sword that works against Balthasar, so it gives any damages he does as mortal wounds, prevents him from saving. So that's going to spice things up. We're rolling in. Alright, so Kranon's got the first attack, and he's rolled in with the murder sword, delivering 2 wounds to Balthasar, who's ready to roll back with some attacks. How many attacks does he get? 5 attacks with his Heavenfall blade, hitting on 2s, and reroll 1s. So 5 hits. Alright, so Master Balthasar, wielder of the Heavenfall blade, rolls in and lands 4 wounds onto Kranon. And that's 4 invulnerable saves we need to make. And the Heavenfall blade there, finally, that is D3 damages. So we'll see what we roll for that. Kranon has 5 wounds. Balthasar's got 3 left. Could come down in this one fight. We'll see if he rolls that out. Rolling D3 damages onto Kranon. That's 3 and that's 2. That kills Kranon the Relentless. Oh, okay, I've got a cinematic that. Where's that cool Star Wars music? Oh, I'll do Star Wars backup music again. It's over, Kranon. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Ooh. Yeah. So there he is, the mighty victor, Dark Angels, Company Master Balthasar. Just killed Kranon the Relentless in one-on-one combat. How the Terminators will feel about that, I don't know. Don't know if I can even break the continuity, because he's a big character. It's like killing Guilliman in battle, so I don't know if that's going to be a real death or be retcon. Maybe the dark powers of the warp pulled him into some sort of portal just as he delivered that final blow. Probably something more along the lines of that. But that ends the turn for the Crimson Slaughter on turn 2. Turn 2 for 2 hours. That's why we don't play 100 power level battles there, Fano. You get a bit stir crazy, as you might have noticed with that little beautiful cinematic battle. But Balthasar took that out. What a legend. What a hero. Going to Dark Angels, Space Wolves on turn 3. Alright, Fano, so movement phase on turn 3 for the Imperium forces. Both the gunships moving forward this way. Looking to get rid of the Terminator threat. Long Fangs hopped off the tower, looking to do something more than just kill cultists. This guy's over here somehow. Not sure how. Not a lot happening. Not a lot here. Pretty much everyone's. It has been a good killing battle. Terminators moving forward. Hoping to punch up another vehicle. Wolf guy there. These guys still in combat. These guys placed illegally. So we're using the True Grit stratagem for the Space Wolves from the chapter approved 2017. So this gives them, let's see, Deep Striker Space Wolves unit. infantry unit, any unit. I'll just double check those rules, but they're supposed to be 9 inches away, so they're going to come in and chop up the Demon Prince. Fingers crossed. He's only on like 4 wounds left. Where's the dice gone? But yeah, that's the movement, and we're rolling in for shooting phase. Alright, final and end of the shooting phase for, well actually that's going to be end of the turn for the Imperium. I only took down 2 Terminators in that one, against the overwhelming firepower arrayed against them, so bravo to the boys, still alive, still kicking. Over here, Plague Burst Crawler, now you see it, now you don't. Terminators made a 9-inch charge against it, miraculously. Lost another guy through Overwatch Fire, and then ended up, when he died, I used the stratagem for auto explosion and killed the last Terminator that was alive. So, peace, an eye for an eye. It's biblical, and you know we're in the land of fire and brimstone, so very biblical on this Sunday. Over here, the Wolfen, thankfully, could not make their charge in, and Demon Prince chopped up those last 2 guys. So, looking at the table, I underestimated. Oh, no, I haven't been paying attention to the game, but I've only got my 3 Terminators and the Demon Prince left on the table against Wolfen. 1 random wolf. Razorback, pretty much on full health. 5 long fangs and that, and 2 planes. So it's all arrayed against me, the Chaos Forces, but never lose hope there, my loyal Chaos Fanatics. Because, you know, there will be a new dawn when the sun rises, and hope brings with it a wave of 5 more Terminators and a Lord of Contagion. We're going into the the Chaos turn on turn 3. Oh my gollies, this is too long a game. We're going into turn 3. Movement phase, Terminators is moving into this crater. This guy's on 1 wound left, so we want to finish that off. Over here, this wolf is just looking to escape through the building. So the Demon Prince is not full enough to take on the wolf, and I don't think. So he's just going to go cut this guy off and chop him to bits. That should be easy pickings. The Lord of Contagion has arrived. Reinforcements just when the Chaos Forces were losing hope, and he's going to bring hope. That's the name of the X. Funny. Against these Wolfen, so chop them out. Pretty much, yeah, slim pickings on this side of the field. Man, 100-point level battle, too big, never again. I've got in a shooting phase, see what happens, get rid of some guys. Alright, and end of the turn for the Crimson Slaughter, for the Chaos Forces. They took out the Termies here, took down that Stormfang gunship, thankfully. This guy took out the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Didn't get a successful charge in for these guys though, so they're still locked in. It means these guys are going to get the first attack. We did manage to take out the guy with the Storm Shield though, which is good value. So that's it. Everyone's on the field. Going into turn 4 could potentially be the last turn if my opponent plays the cards right. Which could mean an Imperium victory. So we're going into the Imperium on turn 4. Alright, final. So turn 4, movement phase, forces of the Imperium, looking to seize a final victory on the fiery world of Ignis. Reports have just come through to Balthasar from the team, from the interrogator chaplain of the 5th Company, as well as other reports from the Wolf Lord deployed in other parts of the planet that their campaigns are going well, that the Chaos Forces are being driven out or exterminated. So up here, the Space Wolves, the Wolf Lord or Rune Priest or whatever his name is, delivers a final speech, a rallying cry for the forces of the Imperium to deliver swift justice, the Emperor's justice to all. He's up there singing and waving his little stick. These guys are still ready, defiant and ready to kill. However, heavy weapons, las cannon, they survived it once. Can they survive it again? Who knows? And then across there, I'm not going to walk around the board. Wolfen looking to chop up these guys and finish off this game. What about this guy? Did you move him?
Yeah, I moved him.
Alright, and yeah, that's there. So, go on a shooting phase, see what happens. Alright, fine, so that's an end to the action on Ithaca there. Down end of that turn, we've just got one Terminator left and one Lord of Contagion and two Blight Lords rumbling the Wolfen against Long Fangs, Master, Razorback. That, and this guy's still on full health, can just zoom anywhere on the board and just rip in. So I've conceded a reluctant defeat there, unfortunately. Any Chaos fans out there, I'm sorry I couldn't bring home the win. The forces were stacked against me, and just yeah, 1,000 apologies to you. But those who love the Imperium, hey, you know, it's a win for us. Woo, yay! And hard fought win though. Yeah, loss of forces everywhere. It was a rough battle. But an enjoyable battle, and I hope that you guys enjoyed as well. I'm going to just come back and do a final recap of the game. Whānau, on the fiery world of Ignis, located in the Ithaca system, the Chaos Assault is crushed by the might and the heroics of the combined forces of the Space Wolves and the Dark Angels. Two bitter rivals. You know, they've resolved all their tension. If you remember back in the first campaign, Dark Angels versus Space Wolves, unlikely, you know, why they're fighting. Well, that was all in, and there's been suspicions, but they managed to resolve all their differences and work together to crush their enemies and make Ithaca a safer place for it. As we survey the flaming ruins of the Ithaca system of Ignis, see all the damage that has been wrought upon it. The Death World is hardy and resilient like a space marine and will recover in time. But the main thing is that the defeat of Chaos will bring stability back to the system. Of course, with that big warp storm way up in the north, still bringing in potential forces. This isn't a complete victory. Just perhaps a band-aid on the, you know, on all the tension here. But yeah, in the end of it, you know, I always, you know, secretly I do root for the good guys, and of course, Dark Angels player myself, primarily. I couldn't, you know, I'm not very sad by the defeat. It was good teamwork all around that led to this victory. And now the Chaos forces are retreating. Imperium will be dominant. There's other threats to the system, of course. But Chaos is the biggest one, so that one's going to be mitigated somewhat. And yeah, finally, so that marks the end of season 2. 8, as I said, 8 campaigns, 24 missions. Growing a lot on the channel, and armies, army quality, painting, buildings, terrain, all that kind of stuff. Very exciting. So where to for the channel from here? Well, we're going to take a break. Just for a week this time. I learned if you take too long a break and put up crappy stuff, then you don't, you know, the views kind of take the hit. So I've got something exciting for you. Drove up to Napier there for a battle against two fans of the channel, and they had a really nice table, like an Eldar planet. So that's a new table for the channel. It's going to look good. It was 3,000 point battle, 1,500 points, but it was good. Good on the bigger table and stuff like that. So that was exciting. This game, yeah, 100 power level. I don't think we'll do that again on the channel. Just drags out too long. Yeah, way too long that one dragged out for. But yeah, we stick to our good 50 power level, 75 power level games. And then yes, returning in season 3 after that 1 week break, I can tell you that it'll be the forces of the Necrons and the Tau, 2 new Xenos armies to the channel. We've been working on them behind the scenes over the last few weeks, getting them ready for tabletop gaming. And I'll be excited to bring you that great action. Tau, Necrons, don't want to miss that. Of course, finally, leave your thoughts and opinions, anything you want to see on the channel from us. Kill Team's coming up, announced. We're excited for that. We'll definitely be picking that up when it comes out, and you'll be getting a multi-wargamer unboxing thoughts video. And then a little army showcase stuff to fill in the channel spots. Keep up all the great action here. So, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more from me. Show your support and love. It is much appreciated there. Just a humble guy from New Zealand making videos on his kitchen table. That's all I am. And, that's, just one of you guys there. So, yeah, appreciate that. Comment on other stuff. And thank you for watching once again. I am the multi-wargamer whānau. That's the end of Ithaca Season 2. Oh, actually, and I'm going to do a recap video of where we're at. So tune into that when I put that up. So thanks for watching once again. Ka kite.